for the second stop on the professional boat. From Costa Mesa, California, it's the exciting final round of the PBA Southern California Open. Pitting three of our top professional bowlers. Billy Hardwick of San Mateo, California. Dick Stepler, Costa Mesa, California. And Jack Biondolillo of Houston, Texas against each other in head-to-head round-robin matches for the right to meet the tournament leader, Jerry Hale of Richmond, California. In the final match for the tournament championship on Pro Bowlers Tour, brought to you by Firestone, symbol of quality and service wherever you travel. And by Ice Blue Aqua Velva, the aftershave lotion that's better for your skin, for a wonderful feeling of fitness and a clean, crisp, manly scent. From the Kona Lanes in Costa Mesa, California, it's the PBA Southern California Open Tournament. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chris Schenkel here at the Kona Lanes in Costa Mesa for the second stop on the Professional Bowlers Association's 1965 National Tour, featuring 13 tournaments in 13 great cities across the country, with the world's greatest bowlers competing for over $450,000 in prize money. And say, don't forget, the ABC television network will give $10,000 for the first perfect or 300 game rolled on our program. Costa Mesa, California. You know, in this great state, there are 394 cities. Costa Mesa is one of them. The people who live here, who have fun playing and working, are often asked the question, where is Costa Mesa? It can best be described as the location. It's just about 9 miles from the world-famous Disneyland, or 15 minutes by car. Another 15 minutes away, if you're interested in birds, the swallows came back to Capistrano. There are all sorts of wonderful things in this playground of the great Pacific Ocean, south of Los Angeles, and we're happy to be here with another professional bowlers tour. And you know, on our tour each week, we have 4 professionals that go through many, many games of top competition to earn the right to be at this spot. The 3 men who finish second, third, and fourth will roll head-to-head against each other for the right to meet the tournament leader. The winner on this program gets $5,000. Second, $2,500. I'd like you to meet the man that doesn't want to finish second, and he's in a great position to win it all, is the little fighter from Richmond, California, Jerry Hale. Jerry?
Yes, thank you.
You know, 2 weeks ago, in the Northern California Open, you started out fourth, and you had a little difficulty with a grandfather named Buzz Fazio, and a little trouble the rest of the way. But here now, you were trailing Jack Biondolillo, but came on strong, a fine comeback. And I know that you're happy to be in the top spot, and you can just watch with all of us the first 3 matches.
Yes, I am very happy to be here. And, you know, last week I had a little trouble at the second game against Ray, and I didn't feel too good about it, but fellows like Billy Wheeloo and Ray Blues, my friend, assured me that it could happen to anybody. So.
Well, you know, 2 weeks' time we'll cover over a lot of things. So I know your lovely wife is here rooting you on, so good luck, Jerry. It's nice to have you here in the Southern California Open.
Thank you very much.
Jerry Hale, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in just a minute with the final rounds of the PBA Southern California Open.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the King family.
I will fill my heart with the sound of music.
Join the musical family circle of 39 singing kings.
It's clear we're going to get along.
You'll see the littlest king, in between kings, and queen-size king, the famous King Sisters.
It's a grand night for singing.
And of course, you'll see the famous
There'll be no rain and the singing guitar. In the mood, it's clear the guy in the mood.
the 39 Kings, the world's most talented family of entertainers, every week on ABC.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Kona Lanes, we're happy to be working again on the PBA Tour with the great Masters champion and winner of many other titles from Houston, Texas, our friend Billy Whalo. Billy?
Thank you, Chris. Nice to be back on this exciting tour.
California has sort of taken over here in the Southern California Open. We have a lone Texan in there trying to fight his way along.
Chris, this has been an exciting tournament for the California boys. They had 10 players out of 16 in the finals.
The shooting here has been terrific.
To give you some idea of the shooting, it took 215 average to make the finals.
How did you do, Billy?
Chris, I averaged 209 here, but I didn't make a dime. That gives you some idea of the scoring that's needed to cash on the tour today.
Well, the next stop, maybe you'll do it. As we look down on the approaches now here at the Kona Lanes on the pair 17 and 18, here is Jack Biondolillo of Houston, Texas, who 2 weeks ago finished second to Buzz Fazio. His first shot.
Chris, that's going to be pretty much the story here today. The pair seems to be hooking quite a bit. Jack has been having trouble with it throughout in the practice session, and he talked a little bit before going on the air about wishing to be able to hold a good line today, but felt like he wasn't going to be able to do that. And I'd have to say the threat here today was beat Billy Hardwick.
Jack Biondolillo marking with a spare in the first frame of our first head-to-head round-robin match. Three men, Jack Biondolillo, Billy Hardwick, and Dick Steffler, who is right from Costa Mesa, California, trying to get into the finals. Hardwick's first shot.
Chris, it's an amazing thing about that boy. No matter how much the lane's hooking, he can make that ball hold and break way down and not throw the ball hard.
And as you see, he has a strike to Biondolillo's spare. And incidentally, this bowler of the year is a very popular 23-year-older who, on that 6-foot frame, has about 155 pounds. Let's see if he can double here in the first game.
Exciting double when you make it like that.
No reason to hang your head after doing that, which Billy sort of trying to shield a little grin that he had come across his face. Now Biondolillo.
Jack really wants to win this one, Chris, after letting that one get away 2 weeks ago.
Powerhouse.
He's increased his speed an awful lot from what he was using 2 weeks ago.
Yes, he seems a lot more serious than he was 2 weeks ago.
He's been throughout, and it's been amazing. I crossed alongside of him, and every time he left the 10-pin up during the qualifying round, he made double sure. He took good aim at it. Of course, I saw him miss 1 or 2 in the finals, and he came back shaking his head again. Good speed, good speed.
A double. So here we go on another exciting head-to-head match. Billy Hardwick of San Mateo, California, the PBA's leading money man of 1964, who had a 1964 average of 210.4, going for 3 in a row.
Chris looked like he was a little slow on that one, even for Billy Hardwick. And that's one thing you can't be here today. With the pair hooking as much as they are, when you're a little slow, the ball grabs the lane too soon and actually is going high.
A 3, 6, and a 10.
And that's not an easy spare.
Just did it. Ideally, Billy, I guess you'd go into the 3-6 pocket. Is that
right, Chris? But when the lane, again, to mention, is hooking as much as it seems to be in the track, it's pretty hard to make the ball slide across the lane. He reached out well with that one.
And the final result
shows you the good concentration that the boys have. They come right back to the next shot.
It's an ingredient you have to have the last in the PBA Tour.
It's a very grueling tour, Chris. You've got to stay in shape, and then you have to have good concentration. Good follow-through. Look at that follow-through.
Perfect. Well, now Mr. Biondolillo has 3 in a row after opening with a spare in the first frame.
Harry Smith and I were talking before the matches, and we felt that Jack would go with the speed because that seems to be about the only way that you can hold the pair. There's a wonderful track lane condition here, and you can't circle too much. Chris mentioning about not being able to circle too much. The very next shot, Jack did just that. He went way around. Trying to get the speed, he got more arc with his wrist instead of follow through with his arm.
Now, this isn't necessarily an easy spare, I wouldn't think, the 2, 4, and the 5.
No, the ball could cut through there sharply and leave that 5. It's a dangerous spare. Jack was afraid.
Jack Biondolillo in the lead by 10 pins. We'll be back in just a minute with the balance of the first round robin match of the PBA Southern California Open.
You get a smile every time with a Valentine. Wow, what a beer, that's Valentine. You get a smile every time with a Valentine. Wow, what a beer, that's Valentine. Beer after beer, most refreshing around. Won't fill you up, won't let you down. So get a smile every time with a Valentine. Get a smile every time. Think it's Valentine beer.
You get a smile every time with a Valentine. That crisp, lively taste won't fill you up, won't let you down. Smile. Have a Valentine beer.
Get a smile every time. Think it's Valentine beer. Wow, what a beer.
That's Valentine.
Capacity crowd here at the Kona Lanes in Costa Mesa, California. As we're approaching the halfway point of the first head-to-head round-robin match, Jack Biondolillo is in the lead by 10 pins. Billy Hardwick, the 1964 leading money man and bowler of the year, is down, and what you have to do in this round-robin head-to-head competition is win 2 in order to earn the right to meet the tournament leader, Jerry Hale. There's a double.
That strike makes it all even, Chris. There you see it with 97 for Jack Biondolillo. If Billy Hardwick can strike, he'll have 97. But that'll give him a turkey, and he would be ahead by 10 pins. Good shot.
Sure is. A 3-bagger. Jack Biondolillo got off that settee in a hurry. He is tired, he told me, of finishing second, which he's done a lot of.
I think he's had 4 seconds in the last 6 or 7 months. He's coaxing.
It's a Houstonian quick step or something, isn't it, Billy?
He'll give you a lot of color out there, Chris.
Earlier, we asked Jack Biondolillo something about his reaction to missing the 10-pin 2 weeks ago.
This week, I've been more determined than I've ever been in my life. I came here with the most positive attitude because of missing the 10-pin.
Same shot, Chris.
He has done it again. Jack Biondolillo has done it again.
And, Chris, this could be a complex. When you do it several times in a row like this, it gets to bear on you a little.
It's amazing. And, of course, it's opened the door.
It's put Billy Hardwick 22 pins in the lead.
then the 5 on lane 17. You know, two of professional basketball's top players meet tomorrow afternoon in ABC's National Basketball Association Game of the Week at Cincinnati. The San Francisco Warriors, led by Will Chamberlain, meet the Oscar Robertson-paced Cincinnati Royals. And so for most of these ABC stations, they'll be coming your way live at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Well, Jack Biondolillo, after opening, comes back to mark with a spare, while Billy Hardwick now is working on a 3-bagger. This is the first head-to-head round-robin match. $5,000 eventually to the winner, $2,500 for finishing second.
Billy's wide. But he got an awful nice break there, kicking that pin out.
And Billy will have to cover the 1-2 on lane 18. 23 years old. And last year won $28,000. Here's a fellow that's worth a lot of money, too. Champion shortstop for the Angels, Jim Fregosi.
Chris, Billy Hardwick, 145, Jack Biondolillo, 125. Both working on spares. Billy in the lead by 20 pins. That was the best rolled shot of the match, Chris. Beautiful shot.
Amazing youngster. 1961, he started out earning $550. 1960, this man Biondolillo earned $2,005. Come a long way, both of them.
It's do or die for Jack now. He knows he's behind by 20, and he knows he needs to strike. Chris, this is a key spot. Jack expressed having more difficulty with 17 than he did with 18. So if he can get the strike right here.
Again, Jim Fregosi and his wife, the star shortstop of the Los Angeles Angels, and the bowler.
Too wide.
And again, he has left the 2, 4, and 5.
3 straight times for that 2-5 combination on 17, Chris.
Way of telling you to do something differently. The spare maker showing you how it should be covered.
Trouble. All right, gets away. Shows you how he was playing that lane with caution. He knows he can't go direct because he would go high and probably get a split. But he didn't have enough lift to bring that ball back with the wide hook.
There you see the score. Hardwick 165 to the 7th, working on a strike in the 8th. Left with a 4-pin. Billy won the singles and all events in the ABC in 1964. Biondolillo, at whom we're looking now, joined Don Ellis, also of Houston, for the 1963 PBA doubles title.
There you see it, Chris. The margin's still 20 pins. Billy Hardwick leading. Both working on spares. If Billy Hardwick can mark here in the 10th, he'll close out Jack Biondolillo.
And, of course, the loser will then meet Dick Steffler, hometown product.
It's going to be very interesting, Chris. That's the first time we've ever had a resident pro in our Final Four.
There's your mark. Billy Hardwick, 23 years old. Bowling 24-year-old Jack Biondolillo.
You might say, Chris, 3 kids going against a comparative old man in this bowling game the way it's going today. Dick Steffler being 38, and the other 3 players, the oldest is 25. A lot of confidence Billy Hardwick has. He wants to keep that title.
Billy, of all the tournaments he won last year, if I recall, Costa Mesa was one of them, right here?
That's right, Chris. He's our defending champion here in this tournament. And he wants to defend successfully. 235.
Now Jack Biondolillo knows that following the completion of this match, he'll have to face Dick Steffler. Was left on lane 18. Jack's earnings of $14,470 in 1964 placed him 18th on the tour money list. He bowled in 30 of 31 tournaments on the tour last year. A real workhorse.
Don't see an awful lot of Jack Biondolillo.
Say, Billy, why is it that so many fine bowlers come from Houston, Texas?
Chris, I can't give you one particular answer, except that bowling has always been popular in the state back from the time of Nellie Burton, Buddy Bomar, Bill Lillard, and being popular that far back, many of the young players have always had them as idols and have tried to become professionals.
Round of applause for Jack Biondolillo and a handshake from the winner of the match by a score of 235 to 203. Jack Biondolillo defeated by Billy Hardwick. Well, Billy Whaley, while we have an opportunity here, let's take a look at that score sheet and just sort of see how it moved along. And, of course, there was one spot in there that was a bad break for Jack Biondolillo.
Well, the opener in the match, naturally, was in the sixth frame when Jack missed the 10-pin, which was on lane 18. But, Chris, I think the key to the whole match was lane 17. Billy Hardwick struck all 7 times in his shots on lane 17, and Jack Biondolillo had considerable trouble there, as you saw, leaving that 2-4-5.
Billy Hardwick should own that lane, shouldn't he?
It's going to be a valuable factor in the remaining matches here today.
And, of course, we have 3 more to go, 3 big ones, as we'll be back in just 1 minute with the second round robin match of the PBA Southern California Open.
Imagine getting a tire that's been original equipment for years on America's finest cars at 1/2 off. That's the deal if you buy now. All you have to do is buy one new Firestone Deluxe Champion at our current advertised price and get another just like it for 1/2 off that price, plus tax on the pair. White walls or black walls, all sizes are included in this sensational offer. They're made with Super Tough, Firestone's miracle rubber for extra mileage. And they carry a no-limit nationwide road hazard guarantee for the life of the tread, with replacements prorated on tread wear at then current Firestone prices. But remember, this offer is limited, so don't delay. Come in right away and buy one new Firestone Deluxe Champion and get another just like it for 1/2 off. No trade-in needed. Tires are mounted free, and you can charge them. No money down on Firestone's thrifty Unicharge plan at your nearby Firestone dealer or store.
Wonderful World of Golf on ABC.
In Costa Mesa, California, the Southern California Open, the second round robin match on the right in the lighter shirt. This is 38-year-old Dick Steffler, 6-footer, 210 pounds, bowled in 2 PBA tournaments last year and made $285. Billy, he's busy here as the resident pro, as you stated.
That's right, Chris. And he is the general manager here at Kona Lanes, and of course spends all his time here, which this week's a great advantage.
And he's got a lot of rooters here. among this capacity crowd. And they're a little disappointed that he left the 10-pin.
He knows this track real well, naturally. He was telling a lot of the boys in the practice session how lane 17 might be braking or how lane 32 might be holding. And that's valuable information here because the pairs did vary a little bit. Covers it well.
Sure does. I noticed his position was nearer the center than, say, a cross-lane shot, like a lot of them go way to the left.
Yes, Chris, he doesn't throw very much hook at all, and he can go right straight at it and not have any worry about the ball hooking away from the 10.
Jack beyond a little.
Chris, Jack, in his effort to get a little speed here today, is raring at that foul line, which is causing him to lose that ball on the downswing. It's going right down on the foul line, and, of course, the ball's breaking way too soon.
Possibly doesn't realize it.
No, I'm sure he doesn't. But this is a natural thing when a player is going for more speed, and we all are faced with it.
Going for the 6-10 cross-lane shot. He saw the 10 down there along with the 6 and held his breath.
He stayed with that shot real well, though. The ball didn't break away from him at all like it did with the 10.
All even after one frame. Pair of spares, and Jack beyond the little now moves over to 17, the lane that wasn't too kind to him in his first match against Billy Hardwick.
Going high. No. Instead of circling, he's stayed straighter behind that ball and kept the ball on a straighter line into the pocket. He may come up with a big game here.
A little smoother, wasn't he, too?
Instead of throwing hard and going around with the big lift, he kept the ball straight behind with his fingers so that it had practically no hook at all.
Dick Stepler working on a spare, shooting in the second frame. And things are once more all even.
And remember that Brooklyn in the third frame for Billy Hardwick got him started. Maybe that's a good omen for Dick Stepler.
We mentioned earlier that he bowled in only two PBA tournaments last year. In doing so, averaged 204.5.
That's a terrific performance for a man who, of course, has another job and doesn't get a chance to work at the game professionally every week. This crowd will really be pulling for Dick here.
Right, and now Dick has a strike on each of the pairs, 17 and 18. To stay even, this man has to come up with a big strike.
Good shot, too. He knows it.
Yeah, moving around on that approach a little bit.
He'll give you the good run out when you get the game going. There you see it, 20 through the first, both men having a double. All even.
Jack won 2 PBA tournaments in 1963 in Birmingham, Alabama, and in Tucson, Arizona. PBA tour stopping in many great cities across the country. This year, cities like Wichita, Kansas, Hialeah, Florida, Colorado Springs.
Jack is gesturing to heaven, thanking the good Lord for that breakdown there on the 10-pin. Otherwise, it had almost an impossible spare, that 7-10 split. That's an unusual leave, Chris, when you come in light like that and leave the 7-10 on a swisher, but he's hooking it again, that shot on 17.
All right. Jack beyond a little, marking with a spare. Now the hometowner, Dick Stepler, working on a double, shooting in the fourth frame, as you see.
And with that double up, he can take a lead by 11 pins if he can strike right here. Going.
A big one. Dick Stepler.
Tell you what, Chris, he's a real threat here. He's got a road map.
It's probably more difficult to perform in front of the home folks than anywhere else in bowling.
Really, Chris, while he may know the lanes, there's extra pressure because he's not only before the home folks, before all of his employees.
Yes, and coast to coast on ABC.
I'm sure they're praying for him to win, though. Maybe a little bonus might be forthcoming.
Hayes got 4 in a row. Dick Steffler, the general manager, part owner, and resident pro of the Kona Lanes, from where we're sending you this great action on the PBA Tour. Pretty place, beautifully lighted, and just a fine spot to watch competition.
Jack needs a big game here and a win, naturally, and then hope for Dick Steffler to defeat Billy Hardwick, where he might win on pinfall.
Gianolillo, 89 to the 4th, with a strike working in the 5th, shooting in the 6th frame on lane 17. There's a 10-pin on 17. Of course, Jack already has 1 loss. That was to Billy Hardwick in the first match, 235 to 203. He's got to win here.
Covers it. That gets to be a 2-act production now whenever he makes that 10-pin.
That pin probably frightens more non-professional bowlers than any other single pin, doesn't it, Billy?
I'm sure it does, Chris.
It does me.
With that channel there on the right-hand side, you only have half the distance to make that flare as you would a 5-pin.
He had 4 in a row and tried to get them all, but the 4-pin didn't go down. In addition to the Professional Bowlers Tour, ABC's year-round sports coverage covers such a wide range of events like NBA basketball, Wonderful World of Golf, Major League Baseball, the American Sportsman, PGA Golf Championship, the National Tennis Championships at Forest Hills, and, of course, ABC's Wide World of Sports every Saturday. Dick Steffler from Costa Mesa, California, is in the lead by 20 pins, as you see. The winner will have to meet Billy Hardwick, the right to then go for the $5,000 against the tournament leader, Jerry Hale.
Out a little there. He was out a little and he knew it. I think he lost the ball, it looked like. Didn't get his normal lift.
Left the 1, 2, and the sleeper 8. Sparemaker showing you how those 3 pins can be covered.
He left the washout last night, which would be the same combination with the 10-pin in a crucial situation, and he covered it beautifully. There he is again. Sometimes you can come in a little high and leave that 8 there, Chris.
Steffler and Gianolillo. We'll be back in just a minute with the balance of the second round-robin match of the PBA Southern California Open.
I get a warm romantic notion when you use Aqua Velva lotion. That's how our romance began, because there's something about an Aqua Velva man.
Use Ice Blue Aqua Velva, the aftershave lotion that's better for your skin. Contains humectant, a wonderful skin conditioner. Get Aqua Velva today.
Men, if you got an electric razor for Christmas, you need Williams Electric Shave, America's favorite before-shave lotion. Williams Electric Shave instantly evaporates perspiration and skin moisture to end razor drag. It sets up your beard for a quicker, closer shave. So for a closer shave with any electric razor, get regular Williams Electric Shave or the new with menthol.
Back again at the Kona Lanes in Costa Mesa, California. Moving into the final stages of the second round-robin match. Jack Biondolillo trailing Dick Steffler in a must-match for this man.
Chris, he's down by 17 pins, and he's got to get it. Got to get it going, and he does. Little fancy dance strike there. There you see it. Jack 129, Dick Steffler 146 in the sixth frame. Jack's down by 17 pins. But he's got a valuable strike working. If he can make a double here, he'll cut it to 7 and put the pressure on Dick Steffler. Boy, he's still swinging that lane. But he gets away with it. 2 in a row. His one shot there where he held the line beautifully and went tight. Seemed like he had the lane down, but now he's back to swinging it again.
Now the pressure's on Dick Steffler.
Good shot, Chris.
And Dick Steffler down on his knees at the line. Accepts the pressure. Oh, he would just love to win it all in front of his home folks.
Be a great, great thing, too, and I'm sure it would inspire a lot of other general managers and resident professionals around the country. There you see it. Dick Steffler, 166. Jack Biondolillo, 129, and a double up. 7 pins.
Going for a double. And 7.
Little trouble there. That's a difficult little split, Chris. Sometimes you can make that 4-5 and still leave the 7. The AMF spare maker there showing you right where that arrow is, the ball has to travel. So that 4 pin will get a little of that 7.
Tough break for Dick Steffler. An open frame, leaving the 5 pin.
Jack Biondolillo in the lead, Chris, but the valuable thing here would be pins. If he can strike all the way out, he'll have 249, and then hope that he can win it on pinfall in a split in the match.
Working on a double, Biondolillo. Woo!
Unbelievable!
How did that happen? The 4, 7, and 9.
He just threw it too good, Chris. In a key situation like that, you have a tendency to put a little extra fingers on it. You want to make sure you carry it. And the ball just unbelievably broke sharp right at the pocket.
It brought some other eye lifts from champions, Harry Smith and Dick Weber and some of the bowlers around here. He went for it. And the crowd appreciates it. A lot of money at stake. Tremendous amount. As the winner gets $5,000. You finish second, you get $2,500. Third, $15,000, and fourth, $13,000.
There you see it, Chris. Dick Steffler, 194 in the ninth. Jack Biondolillo, 184 in the ninth. 10 pins. That was a real tough break.
And it's another 10 pin on 17.
After getting those 2 good breaks on those light hits, he paid it back. I'm sure he never expected something like that. When that ball left his hand, it looked like it was a solid strike.
Costa Mesa, California. One of the 394 cities in California. The 10 pin.
He's got it, Chris.
Yes, he has. That's a confidence builder. Meanwhile, off in the wings, Jerry Hale, the tournament leader, is just watching. Billy Hardwick, who will be in the next match, is warming up off to the right of the pair of 17 and 18, where the competition is being held.
is an interesting ball. If Jack can strike here, it'll force Dick Steffler to mark, and he knows it.
Another 10 pin. And there is Jerry Hale, the tournament leader. A little fellow from Richmond, California, who led them all, 96 bowlers, after the qualifying round. And now Dick Steffler.
He needs a mark.
Looking at his hands, looking down the lane, 60 feet away, the 5-9.
Reaching for the towel, looks like his hand might be perspiring. Those lights will do that to you, I know that.
Uses about 3/4 of the approach.
He needs those 2 pins for a win, too.
5-9, 5-9. There it is. He's checking the score sheet. Just what you're looking at. You see Biondolillo with a 203.
Chris, he could actually roll this ball in the channel. He can still win it by 1 pin. That's making that spare gives him a count of 10, so he would at least win by 1 pin. But 7 big ones.
All right.
211.
211 to 203. And that means that Jack Biondolillo has finished 4th in the competition here. We'll be back in just a minute with the 3rd round-robin match of the PBA Southern California Open.
Well, no, he had the first 83.
Back again at the Kona Lanes in Costa Mesa, California. Moving into the 3rd and final round-robin match. And it's Billy Hardwick who defeated Jack Biondolillo in the first, going against Dick Steffler, who took the measure of Biondolillo just a few moments ago, 211 to 203. Hardwick won his match 235 to 203, so Jack Biondolillo finishes 4th with identical scores of 203. So now here's the big one. The man that wins this goes in against Jerry Hale, and the worst he can do is finish 2nd and win $2,500. Billy Hardwick, Bowler of the Year. Dick Steffler, General Manager, Resident Pro here at the Kona Lanes. Left standing on 17. It was lane 17 where Billy Hardwick struck 7 times. A champion, Dick Weber, watching the competition, along with Jack Henry, the alternate. Alternate meaning that he finished 5th in the competition. 96 bowlers started here in Costa Mesa, California. 2 weeks ago, Northern California had a few more starters. And as we move around the country, such cities as Hialeah, Florida, Colorado Springs, Wichita, Mobile, Buffalo,
Parkersburg, Detroit. Oh!
Hey!
Talk to that man upstairs. He's leading a charmed life right now.
Yes, he is. 38 years old. 3 boys, 3 sons. Bowled only 2 PBA tournaments last year.
Chris, that wasn't a bad hit. They just fell funny. Oh, my gracious.
He was looking, and he saw that everything but the 10 pin toppled.
He's looking at his hand, and I noticed that shot in between there. He's putting a lot of that grip. He uses a sticky substance there to give him more lift.
10 pin.
He puts it on by the jar, it looks like.
$1,000 difference in this match, winning or losing. And Billy Hardwick strikes on 18. San Mateo Kid.
Beautiful. If he were to write a song, I think the title of it would be Trip That 4.
So now, Hardwick, a strike in the second, trying to double up, shooting in the third. On the right, Dick Weber and Jack Henry.
Good speed there, Chris. Maybe a little too much.
Mm-hmm. And Billy will have to shoot the 10-pin now on lane 17. There's Harry Smith. See that gentleman with the dark shirt and talking to the lady bowler?
Chewing that gum a la Joe Willman of the years back. Look out.
Wow.
Billy Hardwick had a similar experience in missing that 10-pin in the Portland Open one year, Chris. He needed to make it to win the tournament, and he missed it and finished third.
Now Dick Steffler.
Rolled a good ball that time.
Well, he's perfect on 18 here in this third and final round-robin match. Get a pair of them, as you see. Led off on 18 and then spare on 17 and another strike. You know, he hosts a bowling television program here in the local area once a week. Has for, I think, 4 years.
During the qualifying rounds here Saturday afternoon, he bowled, went out and did the TV show, and came back and bowled his final round. That's moving. And that ball moved well.
That's a double. And now Billy Hardwick has had a little pressure applied.
Chris, there you see it. 40 through the second for both players. But Dick Steffler, with that double working, is in the lead by 10 pins. Outside.
Ooh. 1, 2, 4, 10.
He got that ball wide of the track. He didn't seem to get the lift on it that would normally bring the ball back, and it just stayed right out.
Spearmaker showing you how it can be converted.
Got it. Oh! Beautiful shot.
Billy Hardwick of San Mateo, California, has just converted the 1, 2, 4, 10. That's a pretty one to see converted.
It really is, Chris. While he got his spare, he lost valuable count there. You can see with 56 through the third. He lost 4 pins in count to Jack, or to Dick.
Capacity crowd here at the Kona Lanes. 5 minutes from the Pacific Ocean in Southern California. We'll be back in just a minute with the balance of the third round-robin match of the PBA Southern California Open.
ABC's Wide World of Entertainment is a great place to spend Monday night. Look at the people you meet. Wendy and me, for example.
I can't go with you tonight, Jeff. Tonight's my night for night school. I'm taking up algebra. I think everybody should know another person's language, don't you?
If I could be with you, I'd love you stoned. If I could be with you, I'd love you long. Want you to know that I wouldn't go until I told you, baby, that I love you so.
Next on Monday night, it's the Bing Crosby Show.
Well, all right. Now, it's nothing serious, so don't worry about it. But your mother's in the pokey.
Mother? In jail?
That'll get you about 1 to 10 years. I'll send you a loaf of bread with a file in it.
Next, watch Ben Casey.
Doctor, Lonsdale has a possible brain abscess. And unless it's removed, he's going to die. And you're his executioner.
Wendy and Me, the Bing Crosby Show. Ben Casey, Monday nights on ABC.
Now we move in with the balance of the third and final round-robin match. The man that wins here bowls Jerry Hale for the tournament title and $5,000. Dick Steffler about to shoot. They're courting the bowlers. A lot of quiet here. Oh! It's still rocking. The 9-pin.
I thought that pin was going when it...
It's still shaking, Billy. Look at it.
Still shaking.
He destroys it.
Valuable strike loss there. That would have put him in the lead by 24. As it is, he's leading by 13 pins. He loses one there on the count. There you see it, 76 for Hardwick, 89 for Steffler through the fourth. He really concentrates, Chris. Notice how he draws his line, but he missed it again.
And we've got another 1, 2, 8. That's sleeper 8. You know, the winner of today's tournament will qualify for the Firestone $100,000 Tournament of Champions that will be the climax of this year's Pro Bowlers Tour on Saturday, April 10th. Live. Done it again.
Covers it well. Losing those 3 pins on the count, Chris, gives him 106 and reduces his lead to 10 pins, which Billy Hardwick can make all even with a strike right here. He's
done it. The winner of this match will meet the tournament leader, and with a double there, Billy Hardwick fighting back. See Hardwick's double. Steffler with 106 and a spare working for him in the sixth.
beautiful shot there, Chris, and Hardwick goes in the lead by 10.
A three-bagger for Billy Hardwick. Billy won his first match, 235 to 203 against Jack Biondolillo, while Dick Steffler won his first over Biondolillo, 211 to 203.
He's got lane 18 zeroed in pretty well, but 17 is giving him a little trouble, too. There you see it, Billy Hardwick, 106 and a turkey working. Big Steffler, 106, actually 126 with a single strike. So Billy Hardwick is in the lead by 10. Big Steffler can make it even if he can strike.
Ooh, left a 7.
Tough break there, Chris.
Big shot. Nick knows it, too.
He rolled it well. He's coming in from a little wider angle on lane 17 since it's hooking a little bit more, and of course caught the 5 from behind and slid it in front of the 7.
Just
hey, he had that one measured pretty close.
Doesn't seem to be going toward the Pacific Ocean, which is, as we said, is only about 5 minutes from here, the Kona Lane. Playground of the West Coast.
Oh, wonderful break there, Chris. Billy hitting that ball right in the nose.
Dick Weber knows that story, too. What a great little champion, that former Hoosier, now bowling out of St. Louis.
Looking pretty serious-minded there. Looks like he's figuring the score, which right now finds Billy Hardwick in the lead by 9 pins.
And we're getting down the tight part of this third and final match. It's the tough part.
There you see it, Dick Steffler 146 through the 7th. Billy Hardwick 155 through the 7th. Leading by 9 pins, both working on spares.
2 weeks ago, we had a tie and a roll-off.
That's really exciting, Chris. Maybe we can have another one here.
Another 10 pin on 17. With a murmur, the crowd. Anybody that's ever bowled can appreciate what happened there to Bill Hardwick.
Close to the left, gives it good speed, a little more speed that time, and held the ball. It didn't break on him. There you see it, Chris. Billy Hardwick 174 with a spare in the 9th. Dick Steffler 146 in the 7th, a spare working. 8 pins down. Needs a strike. Going high.
Tough break.
That's Death Valley there.
The 4-6. And his opponent, Billy Hardwick, carefully checks the score sheet. Hanging over the lanes.
I noticed Dick Steffler looking at the score sheet, too. I know he's figuring count. Count's an important factor here. If he can double or make 3 strikes in the 10th. Is he really playing for that?
Apparently.
There you see it, Chris. 172 now in the 9th. Losing that extra pin on the count.
A difference of at least $1,000 in winning or losing this match.
That's a questionable position there, because if he could make 3 strikes, force Billy Hardwick to mark.
The 5.
As it is now, Chris, Billy Hardwick doesn't have to mark. The most that Dick Steffler can make is 192. And
Dick knows it.
Pretty evident. Naturally, he feels bad at this moment, but I know that he's done a great job, and he can feel justly proud of the terrific performance he's put on here before
He really
the home
can.
folks. There you see it, barring some unfortunate incident, such as a foul or a ball hitting his ankle and going in the channel, Billy Hardwick is our winner. .191. Dick Steffler gets a great hand.
And he deserves it. Billy Hardwick quickly up there firing and striking. .191 for Dick Steffler. And this means that this young man, 23 years old, will be meeting 25-year-old Jerry Hale for the $5,000. Dick Steffler earned $1,500, finishing 3rd. We'll have 2 boys from the Northern California area, Jerry Hale of Redmond, California, and San Mateo's Billy Hardwick, going at one another.
224 possible score for Billy Hardwick. Leaving the 4 is 223.
223 to 191. And Billy Hardwick has quite an average after 2 games here at the Kona Lanes. We'll be back shortly with more of the PBA Southern California Open.
You get a smile every time with a Valentine. Wow, what a beer that Valentine. You get a smile every time with a Valentine. Wow, what a beer that Valentine. Beer after beer, the most refreshing around. Won't fill you up, won't let you down.
cold Valentine. You taste it, and wow, what a beer. Crisp and lively, glass after glass. Won't fill you up, won't let you down.
Give a smile every time. Make it Valentine beer. Wow, what a beer.
Kate Smith hosts the Hollywood Palace tonight on ABC.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Costa Mesa, California, the Kona Lanes, 96 bowlers a few days ago started a grueling test of their skill. 40 games total, and the 4 men that were bowling here on our show today, as we await the start of the final match worth $5,000, as you know, were Jack Biondolillo, Billy Hardwick, Jerry Hale, and Dick Steffler. Now, getting into the top 4 is a great thing, but into the top 16 is certainly honor in itself. There you see how they finished. The top 4, and as we mentioned during one of the matches, Jack Henry finished 5th, and that gave him the right to be the alternate, and also he was able to take home $1,250. And so on down the line, and Billy, I know you saw Gene Rhoda and some of the others bowl here.
Harry Smith, Don Hooper, of course, Dick Hoover from Akron, Earl Johnson, Bob Ramirez from the area, Wally Wagner, Red Probert, Toby Cooksey, of course, from Texas, and last but certainly not least, Andy Marzic, who's the first time normally in the finals. He's up at the top.
Right, and even finishing in the top 16, if you're in the 16th spot, you get $700, which is pretty doggone good, and it, of course, graduates up to where you're at the number 6 spot like Gene Rhoda was, and you earn $1,200, and Harry Smith $1,150 for finishing 7th, Dick Hoover for finishing 9th, $1,050. So Billy's opportunity out here on the road in the PBA Tour.
It's been an exciting tournament, Chris. We had one 300 game here, too. Of course,
is that right?
Young Dave Grooms from Los Angeles had a 300 game in his first round of the qualifying round. Young player and a very exciting young player.
So these Californians are making themselves known to all
a good
you boys.
week here.
Really did. Of course, got a Houston, Texas boy, Jack Biondolillo, who has been very consistent. And he had to settle and finish 4th here, having been beaten. Biondolillo gets $1,300, and Dick Steffler, the home pro, for finishing 3rd, gets $1,500. And now, there are 2 men down on the approaches who have a chance to get $5,000 after 1 game of bowling. PBA Tour members, Jerry Hale of Richmond, California, the tournament leader, and from San Mateo, California, the bowler of the year last year, Billy Hardwick.
It's an exciting situation coming up. Jerry Hale is going for his first PBA tournament victory, and Billy Hardwick is going for his 8th, and he is the defending champion in this event. So this is going to be a real tug-of-war.
All right, we'll be back in just a minute with the final match of the PBA Southern California Open.
Every Saturday night on ABC, there's family fun for everyone. First, enjoy a royal romp with the entertainingest brute ever to sing up a storm. It's the Family of Kings.
You got to do some dancing to get in the mood. In the mood. It's, oh yes, I got it. In the mood. It's very refined. In the mood.
Next visit with Lawrence Welk and his tuneful family of entertainers, including the Lennon sisters. Next, a famous host and exciting entertainment as an international family of world-famous artists performs at the Hollywood Palace.
The King family premieres. Lawrence Welk celebrates his 500th telecast, and Kate Smith hosts the Hollywood Palace tonight on ABC.
For those of you who ask for information on the new ABC Wide World of Sports book, here is Jim McKay with the details.
Hello, I'm Jim McKay. You know, 1964 was a great Olympic year in sport. As a matter of fact, I traveled more than 250,000 miles in my job as host of ABC's Wide World of Sport, all the way from the Winter Olympic Games in January to the AFL Championship game in December. Now, I know that the thousands of viewers who have written us for copies of Robert Rieger's outstanding drawings and photographs that we used in the shows will be happy to know that they're all here in our big new book that's ready now. It's called ABC Wide World of Sport, more than 250 pages, close to 400 photographs and drawings, featuring Innsbruck and the Summer Olympic trials. Also, of course, the best of ABC's Wide World of Sport shows. All beautifully reproduced and ideal for study by young athletes, along with the text by our staff of experts. Now, for your copy, send $2, check or money order, which includes handling and mailing, to Sports Programs Incorporated, P.O. Box 17, Brooklyn 1, New York. Make the checks or money orders payable to Sports Programs Incorporated. And the address again is P.O. Box 17, Brooklyn 1, New York. This offer is not available in Canada, and please allow 3 weeks for delivery. And please also, of course, join us in the weeks to come for more excitement coming your way on ABC's Wide World of Sport.
There's Billy Hardwick, many times champion on the PBA Tour, who has earned the right with 2 victories to go against the tournament leader, Jerry Hale, whose hand he just shook. And Billy Hardwick, who last year won a lot of money, topped everybody with $28,407, including titles at Birmingham, Pontiac, and right here at Costa Mesa, California. Here's his first shot. Final match. And Billy did not like the way he started here on lane 17, leaving the 6, 9, and the 10. 1962, this young fella started out with $3,000 in his pocket, and after 17 tournaments failed to cash. Came back to California, practiced, and he has really gone to work. And has an open here in the first frame of the championship match. Now Jerry Hale, who 2 weeks ago got into the top 4.
He's a real fine player, Chris, and he's getting better all the time. He's got a wonderful swing and a good roll, full roller.
And he leads the 4-7. 27th man on the tour in earnings last year with $9,490. There you see on the right, Mrs. Jerry Hale of Richmond, California.
And, of course, on his left, the wife of our statistician, Glenn Allison, Mrs. Glenn Allison.
Glad to have Glenn with us here in Costa Mesa. Mrs. Hale enjoyed that spare because her husband's opponent had an open in the first frame, as you see. It's the first match in today's telecast for Jerry Hale, as he was the tournament leader and just waited while 3 round robin matches were completed. And he has left the 6-pin on lane 17.
Well, the boy's hooking high on that lane 17. In fact, he almost got all the way over for a solid Brooklyn.
We noticed in the round robin matches there is plenty of pressure. But when they get to this one, it's more noticeable. And it's a spare for Jerry Hale of Richmond, California.
I mentioned that Jerry Hale did throw a full roller ball, Chris. Billy Hardwick does, too. So we've got a match of the full rollers going in. And,
left the 4-pin.
Facial expression kind of told the story on that shot. That ball hit the thumb hole on the way down. Looked like 6, and he got a terrific break there to wind up with 9. Look out. Chris, he seems a little slower than he was in his 2 previous matches. And with the pair moving, he's having deep trouble right now.
Really, don't get too much reaction from Jerry Hale while his opponent's bowling. 4-7.
A little better speed, but still a little more direct to the pocket than he was playing the lane.
Looking for a first strike in this final match. Really very carefully dries that gloved hand. Spare for Billy Hardwick, and Jerry Hale goes back to work. Billy, I noticed Jerry, once he's aiming, he never looks back at the ball or his grip or anything else. He's just checking his targets.
Yes, good concentration, Chris. There you see it. Jerry Hale, 39, Billy Hardwick, 27. Jerry Hale in the lead by 12 pins. Going high.
Wowee. The 6, 7, and 10 on lane 17. And this 25-year-older, and 130 pounds and father of 2, moves to his left. Will he go for it here?
I think he would, Chris. He's a gambling type player. No, he's going pretty good. Takes his 2.
That's right. So now we have both players with an open. We'll be right back with the balance of the final match of the PBA Southern California Open.
Gentlemen, I see you smoke the modern way, cigars. Like to compare yours with an even milder cigar? Then try El Producto, the cigar of natural mildness. El Productos cost a little more, but they're worth it. You, sir, prefer a tip. Well, here's natural mildness in El Producto's Diamond Tip. Smart, elegant, with engraved tip for extra comfort. You, sir, like a long cigar. So try this El Producto Alta. Slim, tall, fine tobacco all the way. Light up, tip or regular. El Productos are milder. Naturally mild right from the first puff. Agree? The elegant Diamond Tip, the tall trim Alta. Buy 5 at a clip. Diamond Tips in the slide pack, Altas in the folder pack. Smoke modern with El Producto cigars.
Back again at the Kona Lanes in Costa Mesa, California. Moving into the final stages now of the final match with $5,000 to the winner.
And there with our score, Jerry Hale, 67 in the 4th. Billy Hardwick, 27 in a spare. And a strike. The match is even to the pin.
Oh, boy. Billy had 2 fine scores in his match with Jack Biondolillo. He rolled a 235 to Biondolillo's 203, and then against Dick Steffler, he had a 223 to Dick's 191.
With that strike up, Chris, if he can double, he'll go in the lead by 10 pins.
Got it.
You don't give him many chances like that. With him down and floundering, when Jerry Hale opened, it seemed to charge him up, and he came right back with that double.
And Hardwick opened in the very first frame. Let's see if Jerry Hale of Richmond, California, can come back. Sure did. Powerful strike for 130-pound Jerry Hale. Jerry will long remember his first head-to-head match 2 weeks ago in Sacramento against Buzz Fazio, battling to a 2:25 time in the roll-off, lost to Buzz.
Good speed this time. Oh!
10-10. Got a lot of them on 17.
He had real good speed that time, held the ball well, perfect line right in the pocket. The toughest breaking bowler.
Jim Fregosi and Mrs. Fregosi. Jim being the star shortstop of the Los Angeles Angels, and he likes the idea that the ballpark, new one, will be built not too far from Costa Mesa. near Disneyland, which is only a few minutes away.
Tough break there for Jerry Hale. Gives him 87, no doubles. Billy Hardwick 47 and a double working. He's wide again.
The 1, 2, and 8 for Billy Hardwick. You know, friends, following today's bowling action, stay tuned for ABC's Wide World of Sports. 3 distinctly different sports events will be seen this afternoon. The World Championship Demolition Derby from Islip, New York will be presented along with the World Overall Professional High Diving Championship from Miami Beach and the World Barrel Jumping Championship from Grossinger, New York. Spearmaker showing you how to cover the 1, 2, 8.
Wow. Chris, he's showing you a different way to make that spare. There you see it, 94 for Billy Hardwick in the 5th, 87 for Jerry Hale in the 5th, margin of 7-10. Billy Hardwick leads.
There's a difference of $2,500 winning or losing. Almost to Brooklyn.
Another solid 10.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 4 bowlers have had a lot of practice shooting 10 pins. That must have happened to you and Glenn Allison, too, Billy.
A lot of 10s here, Chris, when you're hitting the pocket. Looked for a minute like he might run by that one.
For those of you that joined us late, Jack Beyond the Lilo finished 4th, and Dick Steffler of Costa Mesa finished 3rd. Beyond the Lilo, $1,300. Steffler, $1,500.
The margin still stays at 7 pins, both of them counting 9.
Jerry Hale will be trying to cover the 2 pin.
Jerry's thinking. He's nodding to himself there. Very cautious going for that 1 pin.
Pressure is really on. Here's Billy Hardwick, who had championships in Mobile, Phoenix, Los Angeles, Birmingham, Pontiac, and Costa Mesa, California. The defending champion, rolling Jerry Hale, has reached his highest point in a bowling career right here. Mrs. Hale.
Real tough luck, Chris, when you can roll it that good and still can't get it going for you. Dame Fortune is going to be the deciding factor in this match.
10 pin.
The crowd tells you the story there.
There you see it. Seven pin.
Another tough break there. Ball was solid in the pocket, but he really had the good roll on it. It kept driving. That 2 went right around the top. No trouble, though, on the spare. Both of them counting 9. The margin is still 7 pins, Chris, with Billy Hardwick leading. There's the EMF spare maker showing you cross lane at that 7. And he might go off on it. And he did.
Oh.
Chris.
We've had 10 pin missed, and now have a 7 pin missed.
Would you believe that?
Jerry Hale is checking things out pretty close now.
Just commenting about no trouble there, but just let that ball keep hooking. He comes back with good speed. you could see that ball taking its hook. And you can see now Billy Hardwick down by 4 pins.
And with having had 2 opens. The final match worth $5,000 to the winner.
This is the time for Jerry Hale to really charge. He's wide, swinging it. And he carries that pin.
And Mrs. Hale cheering her husband on. They're the parents of 2 children, expecting another.
It'll be a nice little...
Look at that young lady. She is really tense. I think it's harder on the wives than it is the bowler.
It's really hard back spectating. Especially when you know the baby needs shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, he can buy a lot of shoes if he strikes right here. If he can make a strike and then count big, he'll sew up the match. No, he needs 2 strikes. Good shot. And he carries that pin. 1 strike makes Billy Hardwick get 2 strikes, and if he can strike 1 more time, he can close out the match, providing he gets that good count.
Jerry Hale, who 2 weeks ago in the Northern California Open finished 4th, and Billy Hardwick, his opponent, finished 6th in that event. And here they are battling for the $5,000 and the Costa Mesa Southern California Open Championship.
Good speed again, Chris. And he carries it. Beautiful.
So, Mrs. Hale can smile now. Yeah, it's obvious that she could read that score sheet. As you see, 3 in a row there. Mr. Jerry Hale has done a great job here in Costa Mesa.
That was a big ball, Chris, although this one could be even bigger. He needs 7 pins on this ball to actually close Billy Hardwick out. If he counts 6 or less, then Billy Hardwick could still win or get a tie.
There it is, a victory for Jerry Hale of Richmond, California. A big one, beating the great bowler of the year, Billy Hardwick, who doesn't let up. And, of course, gets a double here in this final match worth $5,000. Now, Billy's going to be in pretty good shape. He'll come out of it with $2,500.
That was the whole story in this match, Chris. Missing that 7 pin, of course, cost him 11, but it charged Jerry Hale up, gave him an open door. I'm sure he knew that, put a lot of pressure on him, but he's been under pressure now these 2 years of having so much success. The pressure didn't bother him, I'm sure. It was just an overplayed shot.
Well, a couple of young Californians have shot the works, and coming out victorious, Jerry Hale of Richmond, California. We'll be back in just a minute to meet the winner of the PBA Southern California Open.
The American public will have to become even more scientifically literate than they are today.
Those words by General Bernard Schriever express the purpose and goal of Science All-Stars, the program that spotlights the ingenuity of America's science-minded youngsters.
I'm going to show you how to speed up the growth rate of plants.
I'm going to show you that under certain circumstances, the nucleus of a hydrogen atom can vibrate over 3 million times a second.
My interest is automation. I'm going to make trains start, stop, and avoid collision automatically.
Hello, I'm Don Morrow. Joining these talented youngsters each week are some of the most outstanding leaders in the fields of science and the military. Men like Dr. Edward Teller and Dr. Werner von Braun. Sit in on their discussions and view fascinating demonstrations on Science All-Stars.
Werner von Braun discusses the Apollo Moon Project tomorrow afternoon on ABC.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have just about 2 minutes now in which to hand out a lot of money, and we hope you enjoyed the tournament here at the Kona Lanes in Costa Mesa. And I know you always enjoy the bowling skill of the Houstonian, who's been battling to get to the top spot for some time, and this week he finished 4th, and I know that Jack Biondolillo won't be too unhappy to take $1,300. Jack, come here.
Thank you, Chris.
I'll give you that.
Beautiful.
Any comments? Beautiful.
I better learn how to make thin pins.
Jack Bianalillo. You know, the hardest thing in the world is performing in front of the hometown fans. Our host, Dick Steffler. Dick?
Thank you.
Very good. Here's that check. That'll sort of help may extend your telecasting shows around here or something.
Well, it may help, and I got my signature on here twice now, actually. It's real good. It's a pleasure, and it's a real pleasure for us to have the tournament here. We think it's the greatest show in sports.
Well, we enjoyed being here, Dick. Congratulations again. Thank you. Okay, and now, quickly, we got to give $2,500 Billy Hardwick, the 1964 Bowler of the Year. Billy?
Yes, all right.
It's gone. Our time started running out. We won't ask you any questions. I'm sure you're not too interested in answering them anyway.
You're right now.
Nice going. Okay, now here's the winner from Richmond, California. Nice going, Jerry Hale.
Thank you, sir.
$5,000 and this lovely trophy. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The next stop on Pro Bowlers Tour, the PBA Hialeah Miami, Florida Open from the Hialeah Lanes in Hialeah 1 week from today on the ABC television network. Our thanks to the Professional Bowlers Association and its executive director, Eddie Elias. And, of course, we thank the Kona Lane. Prize monies have been furnished by the Professional Bowlers Association and the Kona Lane. The executive producer of Professional Bowlers Tour is Rue Knowledge. Today's program was produced by Jim Colligan and directed by Lou Vopacelli. Associate Director, Joe Bush. Technical Director, Harvey O'Connor. Technical Supervisor, Bill Dreyer. Lighting Director, Tony Azzolino. Our thanks to ABC Hollywood for today's television pickup. And now this is Chris Schenkel saying so long from Costa Mesa, California for Billy Whaley and myself. Now stay tuned for ABC's Wide World of Sports.
The preceding was videotaped in Costa Mesa, California.
The King family and see 39 singing, dancing members of the world's most talented family of entertainers.
Premiering tonight at 7:30, 6:30 Central Time on ABC.